So how do we get started learning fashion designing? There are so many courses. How do we get started? I get this question quite a bit, so I made a video on how to navigate the curriculum in learning fashion design. Here we go. So if you're brand new at this, I would suggest to start with how to create a fashion collection and launch your brand. It's basically a course that covers the entire process from beginning to end, from your ideas and sketching and pattern making and draping and so on. So it covers the overall process that the industry follows. It gives you an idea how things work, basically. After that, you should take your sketching course. I mean, at the end of the day, you need to translate what's in your mind, in your head, onto paper. This basic sketching course will show you step by step how to sketch ideas onto paper. You don't have to be a brilliant artist at it. This is a basic course. Then you should take your pattern making 1, which covers the basic principles and skills on pattern making. How to make patterns, right? I mean, without a pattern, you can't really make a garment. So this pattern making 1, and then 2, and 3, and 4, and so on. Fabrics. Fabrics is really important, right? Look, no fabrics, no garment. There are so many different types of fabric. You've got to take your fabric course in order to know what fabric to use for what design, right? They have to go hand in hand. So fabric is next. Draping. Draping is the process of pinning fabric onto a dress form. Now, you do need a dress form if you want to take your draping courses. By the way, you should buy a dress form. If you're serious about designing, buy a dress form. Now, basic bodice. There's a course on basic bodice on how to draft basic patterns from scratch using specific measurements. It could be your own measurements, your form measurements, your sister, your mother, whatever. So now if you're really serious about turning this into a company, there is a business side of fashion. So take the course Business of Fashion along with branding and marketing. I mean, you need to really sort of combine the artistic side, the creative side with the business side in order to really make a successful brand. Now, I'm going to give you a link to a website that has a lot of links. For example, I get the question like, hey, where do I buy supplies? And where do you get your textbooks? And where do you get your paper? And so on. So here's a website that gives you links on where to purchase materials, supplies, books, and so on. All these links, all these classes and courses, they all gear to one thing: to empower you and support you in you achieving your vision and empower you to do it on your own time. So you can, you don't have to travel miles and miles to some university. You can do it in the comfort of your own home, at your own pace, right? On your own time. Let's see, am I forgetting anything? Oh yes, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I upload videos every week, right? So it's like getting free lessons, if you will, right? So subscribe, enroll, start learning, and I will see you in class.